Yeah, I'm not the cliche coach who always comes up here and, says credit to the other team, but that was one of the most courageous performances I've seen in my coaching career by SEMO. To come out that exhausted after I've already playing 2 hard games, and just to carry that momentum for as long as they did was unbelievable. And so I really give them a lot of credit, and give these players a lot of credit. I mean, having this experience is just, so important when you look at these three and Allie Meadows being seniors and having been through all this so many times. You just never felt like they were giving up. And I think maybe that game against Lindenwood, when we had that really big comeback in the fourth quarter and didn't quite get there, kind of gave us the roadmap for this game. We were looking to cut it into single digits. And then, all of a sudden, it's a 6-point game or 4-point game. You look up and there's just odds of time left. And that kind of helped give us that confidence. So everyone stepped up. They obviously did a good job, especially first half, showing me a lot of attention. And Mallory stepped up and had a great complete game. And then Addie Brownfield just went Addie Brownfield mode. She's done that a couple times this year and hit 3 straight threes. And don't ask her what she was thinking, because she literally told me that she blacked out during that moment of the game. So she doesn't know what she's thinking.
Questions? Okay, so I want to ask you what you're thinking, but how big was that shot? That first one going in for you the rest of the game?
Yeah, I think that first shot just kind of got the lid off the basket for us. And then after that, we got rolling. Basketball's funny because it's just, you need that one little play, that one little spark to carry you the rest of the game. So that first one was huge for us. I'm glad it went in. Like JD said, I literally blacked out. I think just being a senior this year, just, never giving up with, we're down 10 minutes we're down 10 with like 20 minutes left. Just getting everyone together and just pushing through that and knowing that eventually we'll go on our run.
How big was that shot? Did that really get you guys going?
Yeah, I said to all my teammates in the locker room, great game for the worst first half of my life. But that's what I love about this team and what's so special about us is, I can have 0 points in the first half, and they're going to pick me up. Mal, with the game of her life. She really stepped up to the plate. Addie, obviously, everyone's going to pick up the slack when someone needs help. And then it makes it easy for me to just kind of get it back into my rhythm. So seeing Addie hit those shots, seeing Mal just do her thing, it helps me. Even though I'm not the one making them, it helps me kind of get into that rhythm. I think it helps everyone else too. So that was huge. Props to Addie. She really got us going, and I think that was kind of the start of our run there.
Mallory, they talk about your game today. What were you able to do, especially early on, to get going?
I think just overall, just let the game kind of come to me. I don't think anybody was trying to play outside of themselves today. We were just taking it possession by possession and letting the game come to all of us.
What was the discussion in the locker room?
I came in and me and Addie were kind of we're talking to the team, and I apologized for my first half. I said that I have to be better, and that that's on me. My teammates need me to be better. But I gave credit to Addie with, I think she really sparked her defense at the end of that second quarter. I think gave us a spark going into the locker room. So I kind of went around, gave everyone their props. Said credit to Mallory and for keeping us in it on the offensive end. But I also said we got to go. We're not out of it, but we can't just sit back and expect it to come to us. We have to go take it. I think props to them. They wanted it more than us in the first half. And I think we came out in the second half and what we talked about in the locker room, we wanted it more. And so that's kind of what the discussion was.
That's a really nice thing about having an experienced team. I didn't yell at them in the locker room. I told them, hey, we gotta go, in so many words. But it was more like you want to have that battle of, we don't want to panic, but it's time. I think we talked about starting the half like we did the fourth quarter of Lindenwood, pretending the whole game was that fourth quarter against Lindenwood. And, credit to SEMO, honestly, I thought we came out and played really well offensively the second half, and they still hit a lot of shots and gave themselves a chance to win the game, which is impressive. A lot of times you get that comeback because they go completely cold, but they continue to make some tough shots, even when I thought we were playing pretty good defense.
Could you sense their confidence early on?
Oh, yeah, their confidence, absolutely. When they're, you can say that maybe we didn't want as bad, and that's the other thing about, you don't have to yell in the locker room because it wasn't an effort thing. But when they're coming off a ball screen and you give them a foot and they shoot it with confidence and they knock it down, that's a especially a team that already defends and rebounds really well. That makes them really good, And you look at Tennessee State did that to us at their place, which again kind of I think helped maybe prepare us for this game. So you could absolutely sense our confidence. Maybe it was a mistake. I told the team before the game like they have a little bit of an advantage in the beginning because they have the momentum and we're kind of feeling out that first tournament nerves. I didn't realize it would last 20 minutes of basketball. We were fumbling the ball and just missing some layups, and they looked like they had been in the tournament for a couple days, which they had. So it was you definitely felt it, and it was a scary feeling. And I thought our players did a good job not panicking too much. I did give one positive at halftime. We handled their press well, right, which was something that was important when you looked at that Moorhead game, and that could have been the difference. Maybe instead we might have been down 18 or 20. We had still done some good things, and we're getting good shots. It was just a matter of settling in and playing at a high level.
Nia got going at the start of the third quarter, and then all of a sudden they're up 16. Were you starting to get a little nervous at that point?
That was concerning, yeah, because I thought we came out, we got Nia basket right off the jump, which was important, and you kind of thought at least we'd kind of cut it, and then, yeah, they just came right back, and they hit a couple threes. We scored again, and it was like, okay, now you feel like they're answering us, which is a scary feeling. And so, again, these girls just kind of persevered through it.
Mallory, what was going through your head during your performance and stepping up to the plate?
Just that I needed to do my part and get my team going. I knew we weren't going to come back from down however much we were down 15 with one basket that was worth 20 points. We were just going to have to chip at it away throughout the whole game. But all of our team really stepped up to get that win.
The 6-point possession, you get the foul, technical, and then Mallory hits a shot. Just that swing, was that then kind of felt like, okay,
That was clearly the swing in the game, and honestly, you hate to see that, and I know that the SEMO coaching staff is going to be really upset about that, and I did not see, the technical, but that was a swing, and that's part of basketball. Sometimes you catch those breaks, but we take advantage, right? Mia hits all 4 free throws, Mallory gets a bucket. That could have been maybe a 2-point swing instead of a 6-point swing, and so credit to our girls for taking advantage of that break, and yeah, but it was a swing for sure. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.